Ranking the best running backs in college football 25. And boys, we are back here with another tier list update. Today, we're going to be taking a look at running back. Before we get into today's video, I do want to talk about our sponsor real quick, MMOEXP.com. If you guys want an alternative to buying packs, consider buying coins at MMOEXP and make sure to use code DILL at checkout for 5% off your order. Right before we do go on ahead and get into the cards that did drop, I think running back is actually an interesting spot with what changed. So I think Quinshon Judkins, it was a little bit disrespectful to put Ollie Gordon up here with Quinshon Judkins. Quinshon Judkins, yes, and then we'll drop down the other Ollie Gordon because I do think this one is a little bit better because like the sidestep, like I think Ollie Gordon still has a really good juke move, right? But I also think it's interesting about this list is I think we're in a spot where it's like everyone from A down comes down the tier because I still think Quinshon Judkins, I don't think anyone joins him in S. I don't, but I think there's a gap between A and S now, like between like Ollie Gordon, Folk, Singleton, Todd Gurley, and Quinshon Judkins. So I'm gonna go ahead and drop everyone down a singular tier. And yeah, boys, this is what the tier list is looking like before we get into the new cards. Now, the first one we have right here is 80 overall DJ Giddens. So DJ Giddens, 80 speed, 80 acceleration, 81 agility. Pretty much across the board, seems like he just has 80s for everything. 6'1", 212, has 72 juke moves, 62 spin move, which I do think these two rings right here are actually really important, especially when we start to get up to like 85 level of these two, start to matter a lot more. And like I said, he just has 80s for everything. He does have decent short route running, but I think DJ, I don't think he's like a hidden budget beast or anything. DJ is going to go ahead and join the F tier for me. And we also get Jaheim Merriweather as well, 80 overall conference story of the week, and this time 79 speed, 81 acceleration. He is 6'2", 205, so a little bit more of like a power style of back. 77 juke, 73 spin, 75 truck with 70 catching. But again, for me, Jaheim Merriweather, I just think the speed is just too low, especially when compared to someone like a top end option like Judkins. Again, I don't think he's like a hidden budget beast or anything. Gonna be in the F tier for me. And then after that, we get Diamante Trayanum right here. Hopefully I said that right, but 5'11", 233 from Kentucky. Again, he's 79 speed, 79 acceleration. So while like 81 truck, 80 break tackle, not bad stats, it's just too low. Like 79 speed, 79 acceleration is simply just too low for him to be an effective back in this game, in my opinion. So I'm going to put Trayanum again. We're going to keep this pretty short and sweet in the F tier. After that, though, we get Ultimate Alumni Ulysses Bentley the fourth right here. And Ulysses Bentley has 81 speed, 80 acceleration, 5'11", 75 agility, has 79 carrying, 80 trucking, 75 juke, 75 spin, 78 catching, and 70 short route running as well. Now, something to note on this card right here that I kind of like I'm not saying he's like this crazy card by any means. I don't want that to be the take, but ability wise too, it's not like he can get the shifty. You need 83 change of direction, which he does not have 83 change of direction, but like he's just overall like an okay running back. Like it's not, but I think he's okay. And it kind of makes me want to move up DJ Giddens into like, I like Ulysses Bentley by Quentin Cooley again. Like can get some, I'm gonna move DJ Giddens also in the D tier. Like I like Ulysses Bentley can do a little bit with like his abilities and stuff, and I do think running back abilities are valuable, whether it be the cutter, whether it be shifty. Obviously this card can't get shifty like I said, but I think they're valuable, so I'll slightly put him C. And after that we get Amari Daniels right here. Amari Daniels, 82 overall with 82 speed, 81 acceleration, this time 81 juke move, 82 change direction, so one off of getting that shifty ability. Kind of hurts, but 80 spin move as well. He's 5'9", 205, and receiving wise 72 catching, 72 short route running. I think this card is a beast, man. I think he's really good for his price as well, going for around 20k. So Amari Daniels actually makes me want to do something. So I know we just had like a little bit of like, oh, moving people up and down. He's more like top end to see by like Jordan James, and this is what I'm gonna do. I'm gonna drop down DJ Giddens, I'm gonna drop down Cooley, and I'm gonna drop down Bentley into D, because I think Daniels and also Jordan James are a lot better than these two cards. So I'll slightly put them in the D tier because again, they can do some like interesting stuff with like abilities and stuff. So I still like them, but I think these cards are a lot better. And now we actually have to go in game real quick for our next card, new Ashton Jey right here that you might have saw the gameplay video, but 5'9", 215, 83 speed, 83 acceleration, has 83 catching as well with 81 truck, 84 break tackle. And if we scroll down, right, can't get the shifty, one off of getting shifty, 82 change of direction, but has 81 juke. And I think Jey, like he is a beast, man. Like he is really good, man. This might be a crazy take, but I think he's more B tier than anything. I might be stretching it a little bit, maybe you think he's more along the lines like a C tier player, and I don't hate that. Like, I definitely get the argument right there, but man, I think he's better than everyone in C, and he might be the worst option in B, but it's like he's like a C plus type of range. He's my favorite like budgety option. Obviously Nick Singleton, great for a free card, but I really liked using this Ashton Jey card, man. Balled out. Kind of reminded me of some of my favorite cards in Madden, because I always like the running backs that can catch out the backfield, do a little bit there. So I'm really high on him. I might be higher than you, but I'm gonna put him B. And then after that, before we get into the full Chris Johnson, I just wanted to give you guys my thoughts on each individual one. I didn't want to rank every single one. Let me know down below in the comments if I should start doing that for legend pieces, because there are 83, 82, 81, and 80s, and I like to do 80 pluses. So 80 overall Chris Johnson with 81 speed, 80 acceleration, not really offering you any spin or juke. This would be a D tier caliber player in my opinion, kind of by like Quentin Cooley. And then Chris Johnson 81 with the 82 speed. This is more along the lines like Amari Daniels, so this would be a C tier caliber player. Then 82 Chris Johnson, this is more like Ashton Jey potentially. Maybe could see the argument for B tier. I like the way Chris Johnson's full card played, spoiler alert, but yeah, can see he's like a C plus type of range, again similar to Ashton for me. And Chris Johnson 83, this is for sure I think locked in a B tier caliber player. 83 overall with 84 speed, 83 acceleration. So I think this, you know what, this card is more along the lines like Ashton for me, because again, you got to keep in mind Ashton Jey, he can also catch the ball and he can run routes. So I like him and this Chris Johnson as like my two favorite budgety cards, budget options, and this 82 would then be C tier, right? Now, finally though, full Chris Johnson, 86 overall with 87 speed, 86 acceleration, 85 agility, has 84 carrying, 86 juke moves, so hits above that 85 level, so it has a good juke. Spin 84. 72 catching is nice as well, and this is a running back, of course, that can get that shifty ability. I think Chris Johnson is great. Like, I think he's one of the better running backs in the game for me. I just don't think he's an S tier player. I think he's more along the lines of like an A tier player, and like I said, like him more than everyone in the B tier. But Quinshon Judkins I still think reigns supreme. And then right after that we get Jonathan Taylor. I am still shocked, by the way, they dropped a Jonathan Taylor with 84 speed. Really? That's kind of disrespectful, I can't lie. 83 acceleration as well, has 85 trucking, 86 break tackle, so, and 80 catching as well. I feel like Jonathan Taylor's card, like how they statted this card, he doesn't really fit the meta of how this game plays. Like you see the power back right there, so he's more truck and like break tackle. In this game it's like run around, spin, and juke, and I don't think that's his strong suit. This is a card to me, Jonathan Taylor, really reminds me of the earlier Todd Gurley, and that's not necessarily a diss, right? But like I feel like him and Todd Gurley are just like, and Marshall Faulk too, I feel like they're all just like solid in the sense of like, I wouldn't ask them to do a lot, like don't ask them to do crazy jukes, crazy spins, but they can run straight, they can break some tackles. I just don't think they're crazy, right? Like I don't think they make the plays that Chris Johnson can make and some of the other A tier caliber players, and I don't think they're anywhere near Quinshon Judkins level, but I think they can get the job done. But I don't hate that. Ashton for me, by the way, I'm going to drop him in the C, because I think that's more appropriate. I think I was slightly overrated Ashton. I think Jonathan Taylor, Todd Gurley, Falk, Gordon, you know, they probably are objectively better than Ashton, even though Ashton is a personal favorite Dill card. And what's kind of tough though is like this Ashton being right here, it's like this one has very similar stats and gets abilities. I don't hate it though, because he doesn't get like the shifty, he gets like the cutter. So this card's in a weird spot. It's like C plus, but doesn't really fit B or C. Then after that though, we get Saquon Barkley, and Saquon Barkley is always extremely balanced when he drops. 86 speed, 86 acceleration, has 84 carrying with 85 plus juke, 85 plus spin, so can juke and can spin and can even truck and can break some tackles, and he can catch and he can slightly run routes. So I love this Saquon card. I thought he played amazing. I really enjoyed using him. Really great running back in the game. The only thing is, I just think the fact that Judkins is just better. Like, I think he's an A tier caliber player. I don't think he's S tier. I don't think there's anyone S tier with Judkins. That's really the only thing, right? I think Saquon's great, and probably in a normal game and Judkins doesn't exist, these guys are S tier players. And ending off the video right here, we get Christian McCaffrey CMC with 87 speed, 87 acceleration, has 86 juke move this time, doesn't hit 85 for spin, but this is a card that again can catch, can run routes, 79 catching, 81 short running, 77 medium, 75 deep. I've heard a lot of people love playing this card at receiver as well, which I do think that's smart. I get a ton of questions like, hey Dill, do you think it's smart to play like blah 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 at receiver? Like, yeah, if they have the speed, sure. They have the route running, sure. Like, I don't think that's dumb at all. So Christian McCaffrey, I think he's like another easy addition to A, and very similar thoughts like him, Saquon, and Chris Johnson. It's just like, it's hard to compete when Judkins is just literally base 2 speed points faster, and he can just run around everyone on defense. And now I kind of lied. I did say CMC was the last running back we were going over, but we do have Jaylen Glover right here. Now, Jaylen Glover, not a high overall, but 82 overall in case you missed a card, with 82 speed, 82 acceleration. Again, won't get the shifty ability, only 82 change of direction, 75 catching those, but I think he's another player. He should be right by Amari Daniels, in my opinion. Very similar thoughts to these two cards. And yeah, boys, this has been my thoughts on the running back position in college football 25. Let me know your guys' thoughts down below in the comments. Let me know what you agree with, what you disagree with. Who do you think should go up? Who do you think should come down? Now, if you guys did enjoy this video, though, you enjoy content like this, want to stay up to date with everything that's the best here in college football 25, make sure to leave a like and subscribe. Also, if you guys do want to see me use some of these cards live on stream here on YouTube and Twitch. To watch on the YouTube, make sure to hit that noti bell as well. You'll be notified every time I upload or go live here. Or if you want to watch on the Twitch, check the links in the description, hit that Twitch with a follow. But if you guys do want another video to watch, check out this one right here.